Hello, this is Dr. Don White, and this podcast provides directions on how to sort data within the IASA Senate Bill 7 Performance Rankings file. Notice on the screen I have a sample file, and there are multiple places that you can sort data within the file. The first place is on the worksheet titled Enter District Info Here. If I wish to sort data, I first highlight the data, just simply highlighting the data that starts with the header and goes to the bottom of the data range. Move to the top on the tab or the ribbon called Data. Click on Sort. On this worksheet, I'm going to receive a message that says Excel found data next to your selection, but you do not have sufficient permissions to change those cells. Do you wish to continue with the current selection? That's why it's important to make sure that you've highlighted the data you wish to sort. Click on Yes, and then a message box comes up that says you can sort by district locations. Notice in the upper right corner, I've selected my data has headers. If I deselect this, it will sort the very first cell, which is district, schools, and locations. I don't wish to do that, so I need to make sure that that is selected. And then I click OK, and it will sort that data. You can do the same thing in the other columns by highlighting the data, going to the top, making sure you're on the Data ribbon, click on Sort. You get a similar message. Click on Yes. And then notice that the position's title is listed by what you are going to sort by. If you deselect My Data Has Headers, it will sort the header called Position Title, and you don't wish to do that. You want to make sure that My Data Has Headers is selected and click OK. And it will sort your positions according to the way you've labeled them. Remembering that I need to go to worksheet number 2 after I've done that type of thing, right-click on the blue and then click Refresh. And it will refresh these pivot tables. You can also sort these tables simply by clicking on the first item within the table and clicking on Sort at the top. You can sort by A to Z, which is ascending, or descending, whichever you'd like, and then click OK, and it will sort those also. The last place you can sort data is on the worksheet titled 3 Enter Teacher Data Here. In some cases, I wish to add positions for people at the bottom of this worksheet, and then I want to sort it by their name or by some other variable. Notice that I have the first entry of data where it says row number 2. In this case, I've just done F name 1, last name 1, or L name 1. And what I want to do is add another eligible position for this person. So I'm going to highlight the entire range of data for this person. I'm going to right-click on that area and click Copy. And I'm going to go to the very bottom of the data range that I've already entered data for, down to the very first available row. I'm going to find the cell that I hope to paste this in, and I'm going to right-click, and I'm going to click on Values. Remember that you cannot do a typical copy and paste, as it will not play well with the formulas behind the scenes. So I'm just going to click on Values. I have that data in there now, and I'm going to alter that. Instead of the current position, I'm going to say Other Eligible Position. Then I'm just check the data. I'm not going to have 1.0 because the person's not in this position. They're just in the current position. So I'm going to say 0 for the FTE equivalent. Moving to the right, keeping the name the same. All the rest of the information may be the same, except for the position title. So I'm going to select some other position title. I'll call it position 4 in this case. And for this sample, I'm going to keep everything else the same. Now I'd like to sort this so that this person ends up all together, so we've got their current position and their other eligible position very near each other, right after each other actually. So I'm going to go to the top. I'm going to highlight all of the data that I have in the worksheet, making sure that I start with cell A1 and go all the way down to the last row of data, which would be what I just entered, and I move all the way to the right of where I have data. I've now highlighted all of the data, cell A1 to cell BM 1266. To sort, I go to the top, I click on Sort. I want to pay careful attention here to make sure that it's going to sort in a way that makes sense to me. If the check mark is next to my data has headers, you'll notice that it's going to sort by teacher last name, teacher first name, position type. That's exactly how I hope to sort this. If I deselect my data has headers, you'll notice that it's going to sort by column F, column E, column B. And what's going to happen is, on column F, it's going to take teacher first name and put it in the list down below. So I always want to make sure that I've selected my data has headers. After I do that, I click OK. And then you'll notice that what's happened is it's now resorted the information, so I have all of the positions for this teacher together. I have the current position and then other eligible position. If I wish to add other eligible positions for this teacher, I can go back to the bottom, add the data, and then resort. And what happens over on the data check worksheet, it will resort all of the data on this worksheet automatically. It's been a quick overview of how to sort data in the IASA Senate Bill 7 Performance Ranking file. Thank you.